Students, now let us continue with our second chapter, measurements. Okay, so in this chapter, you will mainly learn about the combined shapes. Okay, the combined shapes and some of the areas and perimeters in real life, how to do that in real life. So, you'll be learning about this in this lesson. Okay. So the first topic in this is parts of a circle. So you know what are the parts like you have the radius, you have center, you have chord, you have diameter. These are all parts of a circle. Only these all will combine and make a circle, right? So you know what is radius? The distance between the boundary and the center of a circle is called radius, and center is the middle point, right? So chord is nothing but any the distance between any point and any point in a circle other than the diameter. Other than the diameter, when you draw lines like this, you can call it as chord of a circle. Okay, but it should not be the diameter, only because circle will have so many diameters like this, like this, like this, but the length of it will not change, right? So diameter will always have the same length, and also chord will have different lengths. So there is difference between chord and diameter. You should understand that first. Any line which joins two different points in a circle, which will be called as chord, but when it not when it passes through the middle point, that is the center of the circle, when the line joining two points of circle passing through the center, then it will be called as a diameter, right? Okay, now the next topic is circular arc and circular sector. So what is a sector? We should understand that first. What is arc and what is sector? So this is a circle, and let's take this as some kind of pizza. Okay, so this is a normal circle, right? So when you take parts, take some points. Here it will be A and this will be B. Okay, so now what you are going to do means you are going to cut those parts. Cut it here and cut it here. So you have a this kind of shape. It should not be this much big. This can be this small, like this, and it can be of any size. Okay, but it is looking like an arc, right? So it will be called as arc, ARC. Okay, arc. And what is a sector? This is nothing but a plain circle. It has nothing inside it, right? Only there it has boundary, right? But this is a 3D figure. This is 2D and this is 3D. Let us take. Okay, if it is a 3D figure, if you have the real pizza and cut out a piece like this, then this will be called as an sector. Okay, this part will be called a sector, and this is also a sector only. Okay, and you have to know another one thing. See, this will be called as, so this is big arc, right? So this will be called as major arc, and this is small, right? So this will be called as minor arc. Okay, and now when you come to segment, this will be called as major segment, and this will be called as minor segment. Okay, so a part of a circumference of a circle is called as circular arc. Okay, the plane surface that is enclosed between two radii and the circular arc of a circle is known as a sector. So this would be called as a sector, and this would be called as arc. And when you cut out a piece like this, see, if it is from the center and you take two different points and you draw lines and cut them, then it will be called as segment. Okay, but this is not from the center, right? So you can draw anywhere line like this. You can draw any line like this, and you can cut this out like this. So then that will be called as a segment. This is sector and segment. Don't get confused. Okay, each part of a circle which is divided by a chord is called a segment. Any chord which divides a circle into a different part will be called as a segment. Okay, now let us see about some points about central angle. What is the central angle? Now you know what is the total angle of a circle. I think you know it, right? So it is nothing but 360 degree, right? So the angle formed by a sector of a circle at its center is called as central angle. The vertex of the central angle of sector is the center of the circle. The two arms of it are the radii. The shaded sector has the central angle AOB equal to theta degrees, and its two arms OA and OB are the radii of the circle. The central angle of a circle is 360 degree. If a circle is divided into n equal sectors, then the central angle of each of the sectors is theta degree equal to 360 degree by n. For example, the central angle of a semicircle equal to 360 by 2, which is equal to 180 degree, and the central angle of a quadrant of a circle is 360 degree by 4, which is equal to 90 degree. So what is the central angle of a semicircle? That means you will divide it by 2. See, semicircle means just half, right? Half will be denoted by the number 2, right? So you will divide the whole total degree, that is 360 by 2, you will get 180 degree. So the central angle is what? Of semicircle is what? 180 degree. Then what is about the quadrant? Quadrant is nothing but when you divide the circle into 4 equal pieces, like this. Divide it into 4 equal pieces, then it will be called as a quadrant of a circle, right? So this is nothing but quadrant. The word qua means 4, okay, in mathematics, right? So quadrilateral, that means it has 4 sides. Any figure which has 4, which is formed by joining 4 lines, it will be called as a quadrant, right? So quadrilateral. Same way, quadrant is nothing but when you divide a circle into 4 equal parts, that will be called as a quadrant of a circle. So 4 equal parts means you should just divide the total angle by 4, okay, which is nothing but 90 degree. Now, length of the arc and area of the sector. So we have talked about sectors and arcs. Now let us see how to make information, that is how to calculate whether what is the amount of that is what is the length of the arc, then what is the angle of the sector. Like that we'll find some information about the sector and arcs given with some formulae. Okay, so we have already learned that circles of radius r unit has central angle 360 degree. That is, a circle central angle is 360 degree, semicircles it is 180, and quadrant of a circle it is 90. Okay, don't get confused. The central angle of the whole circle is nothing but 360. Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r units, you already know. Area of the circle is pi r square units, right? So first let us take a circle. If a circle is divided into 2 equal sectors, we will get 2 semicircles. The length of the semicircle arc is half the circumference of the circle. See, if you take this like this a circle, then you will just cut it into 2. Now this whole part will be called as a circumference, right? So when you cut this part equally, then also the circumference will also get cut as 2, right? So length of the semicircular arc equal to 1 by 2 into 2 pi r. This is nothing but 2 pi r by 2, that's it. But for our understanding, we just put 1 by 2 into 2 pi r because we know the formula 2 pi r. But straight away you can't, if you don't understand, you should put 1 by 2 into 2 pi r. If you understand, just 1 into the same number will be the same, right? So you can straight away put like this also, 2 pi r by 2, then 2 will get cancelled, right? So it is 180 degree by 360 degree into 2 pi r units. Okay, so because we are taking length of semicircular arc, right? So we will use 180 and 360. This is the central angle of the circle and this is central angle of semicircle, right? So area of the semicircle equal to 1 by 2 into pi r square, which is 180 by 360 into pi r square. You can ask, here it is written 1 by 2 and here it is written 180 by 360. How can they be equal? When you cancel these two, you will get 1 by 2, right? These are like terms of this. So you can definitely use 180 by 360 in your formula. Okay, so 180 by 360 into pi r square square units. Similarly, if a circle is divided into 3 equal sectors, what will you do? Here it was divided into 2, right? So you divided the number by 2. Here also for the area also you divided by number 2 because it was a semicircle, right? So now it was divided equally by 2. So this will be divided equally by 3. So it is very easy. 1 by 3 into 2 pi r. 120 by 360 into 2 pi r. Why did I use 120 here and 180 here? Because 1 by 2 is equal to 180 by 360. When you cancel this, you will get 1 by 2. So what is the number when you get put to the numerator of 360 so that you can get 1 by 3? So it will be 120 definitely, because when you divide 360 by 3, you will get 120, right? So 120 by 360 will be equal to 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 into 2 pi r units, or you can write it as 120 by 360 into 2 pi r units. Okay, so then area of a sector. Now just this will change, 2 pi r and pi r square. So you will have the same number, 120 by 360 into pi r square, square units. In the same way, if a circle is divided into 4 equal parts, length of the arc of the circular quadrant equal to 1 by 4 into 2 pi r, which is equal to 90 by 360 into 2 pi r units. Okay, so why did now the length of the arc of a circular quadrant is given. So till now we have seen semicircle, and when it is divided into 3 equal parts, now it is quadrant, that is it is divided into 4 equal parts. Always will be talking more about equal parts, but unequal parts also will be talking, but more about equal parts only. So equal parts, that is divided by 4, then you will take it as 90 by 360, because when you divide 360 by 4, you will get 90. Then only when you cancel this, you will get 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 into 2 pi r units. The length of the arc will be given by L equal to theta by 360 into 2 pi r units. So here theta will be the angle, okay, of the arc. Then area of the sector A equal to theta by 360 into pi r square units. Okay. Now see, length of the arc of each of the sectors is nothing but 1 by n into 2 pi r units, and area of each of the sectors is equal to 1 by n into pi r square, square units. If a circle of radius r units divided into n equal sectors, then this will be the formula. Okay. Also, the area of the sector is derived as theta by 360 into pi r square. So it will be 1 by 2 into theta by 360 into 2 pi r into r. So it is 1 by 2 into, so this formula can be replaced by L, because for L what is the formula? Theta by 360 into 2 pi r, right? So for this I am replacing it by L into r. So it is LR by 2 square units. Okay. See about perimeter of a sector. So how can we find the perimeter of a sector? Now see, this is a sector, right, with center O and points A and B. So the length of the sector will be called as L, and it has same radii from the center, right? So R and R. So now we already know that the total length of the boundary of closed part is its perimeter, isn't it? So what is the boundary of A sector? 2 radii OA and OB and an arc AB. So see, now we are not given a big circle. Okay, we are just given just a part from it. So this is called a sector. You already know. So how to find its circumference? So you should not tell that when we calculate the length of this arc, it will be its perimeter. Not like that. If you want to find any perimeter of any shape, then you should take all the boundaries. Boundaries will be called as perimeter, right? So you should take this and this too, okay, as its perimeter. Now what you should do, see, these both length are same, so you can take it as 2r. See, if it is 7, let us take it as 7. So then what will be this plus this? It will be 7 plus 7, or else you can take it as 2 into 7, right? So r can be taken as 2r for this whole thing. The length of the so the perimeter of the sector is nothing but length of the arc plus length of 2 radius. So length of arc will be called as L, right? And the length of 2 radii will be 2r units. Now therefore the perimeter of the sector will be P equal to L plus 2r units. Now it is given like this. The radius of a sector is 21 centimeter and its central angle is 120 degree. Find the length of the arc, the area of the sector and perimeter of the sector. Okay. Now let us see how to do. First it is given radius r equal to 21 centimeter. Central angle is 120 degree. Right. So you had the length of the arcs formula, L equal to theta by 360 into 2 pi r units, right? So substitute all the values. What is the theta given? 120. Substitute it. Then 120 by 360 into 2. 2 will be same in all the formulas. So just put 2, and pi, for pi value you should put 22 by 7, and what is given r in the question? 21. So put 21. Now just get cancelling. Okay. Now see, when you do this, you will get 3. Right? Then after that, when you cancel this, you will get 1 by 3. Right? Now 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So 2 into 22 is 44 centimeter approximately. Why it is approximately means pi doesn't have the exact value of 22 by 7. You know, it is non-recurring. Right? So you can just approximately imagine the value as 22 by 7, but pi has different value. So it is approximately 44 centimeter. Area of a sector A equal to theta by 360 into pi r square units, right? So substitute all the values. 120 by 360 into 22 by 7, because you don't have 2 in this formula, right? So don't put 2. Pi 22 by 7. R square means you should multiply r by 2 times. 21 into 21. Now cancel. 3. You will get 1 by 3, right? So 3 cancel. 22 into 21, it is nothing but 462 square centimeter approximately. Okay. Now third one. Perimeter of sector P equal to L plus 2R units. So 44 plus 2 into 21. Right. See, perimeter formula you know. P equal to L plus 2R. So length will be to 44 and 2 into R. R is given in the question as 21. Right. So 2 into 21, it will be given as 42. So 44 plus 42, it is 86 centimeter approximately. Example 2.1. A circular shaped gymnasium ring of radius 35 centimeter is divided into 5 equal arcs sharing with different colors. Find the length of each of the arcs is given. So like this it is made, okay, with 5 different colors. This is a gymnastics ring, okay. So it is formed with 5 different colors with equal length in arc. Okay. So what will be the radius is r equal to 35 centimeter given in the question. N equal to 5. See, the number of parts divided will be the n, right? So n is given in the question as 5. Then length of each of the arcs is L equal to 1 by n into 2 pi r units, right? So it is given in the important points. I already told you. When it is divided into some number of equal parts, it can be any number, but when it is divided into some number of equal parts, then the number of parts will be called as n. So L equal to 1 by n 2 pi r means 1 by 5. Here n equal to 5. So 1 by 5 into 2 into pi into 35, which is 14 pi centimeter. Okay. Here they are only asking the length of each of the arcs. So I'll just not do it more complicated. So let us leave it just 14 pi itself. Okay. Now example 2.2. A spinner of radius 7.5 centimeter is divided into 6 equal sectors. Find the area of each of the sectors. There. See, like this it is made. So r equal to 7.5 centimeter and n equal to 6, right? So area of each of the sectors is nothing but a equal to 1 by n into pi r square units. So here n is given 6 because n equal sectors. So n equal to 6. 1 by 6 into pi into 7.5 into 7.5. It is 9.375 pi centimeter square centimeter. Okay. Example 2.3. Kamlesh has a dining table circular of shape radius 70 cm, whereas Tarun has a circular quadrant dining table of radius 140 cm. Whose dining table has greatest area? It is given. So pi equal to 22 by 7. It is given in the question. Then you should use that only. You should not use 3.14. Area of the dining table with Kamlesh is pi r square units, right? So it is just a circle. So 22 by 7 into r is given 70, right? So 70 into 70 will get 15,400 square centimeter. It is approximate. Area of the circular quadrant dining table with Tarun is 1 by 4 into pi r square. He is having a dining table in this shape like a quadrant. So quadrant means you should divide it by 4, right? So it is 1 by 4 into pi r square equal to 1 by 4 into 22 by 7 into r square. Here r is 140. Right, so 140 into 140, first case the R was 70 and the second case it is 140. So it is again 15,400 square centimeter. We find that the area of dining tables of both them have the same area. See, you should not see that this is full circle, so it is having more area. This is only quadrant, so it has less area. Not like that. You should not think like that, because see, this the radius of this is very small. The radius of this is very large. So both have same area.